Unapologetic Truth Channel with EriKiYah. I pray everybody is doing well and staying safe in these treacherous times. And I hope that everybody coming on will engage. I do have chat on. And like I said before, I'm going to be going like this so I can see. So I'm not looking crazy, y'all. Like, I just need to read the chats if people are engaging. So I wanted to come on because there were some things today that have occurred that had me thinking, and I wanted to share some things with you all as well. But so my title actually it's a two-part title. The first part being they want compliance. They want compliance. The second part of the title is there's no signature look of homelessness. And so as I get started here, again, I thank you so much for joining me. And prayerfully, this won't be long, but definitely some things that I wanted to share. As I started my day today, I noticed, I went to get some coffee. I'm just going to share stories and then segue into why I'm saying they want compliance. I was going to get some coffee, and I didn't want much. I just wanted a small cup. And so I said to the gentleman that was working in the gas station convenience store, I'm like, are there any other sizes? Because I only saw one size primarily. And he proceeds to tell me how they received the wrong order. He said they had ordered the correct size, but they basically did what they wanted to do and sent whatever they had on hand. Basically is what he was saying. I'm just going to pause for the calls and say, hey, everybody. Hi. Mary and Allie, hey. And for those in the chat, just FYI, this is a channel that is about the Most High Yah, as the world calls God. This is the channel that's about him. So no profanity will be tolerated, no disrespect, because I know there's straight trolls. As soon as y'all see that red live, y'all come on here and want to be doing the most, but doing the least at the same time. So I'm warning you, it's not going to be tolerated here. So you might want to bounce off, okay? Just FYI, this is about love on this platform, on this channel. All right. So that being said, moving on. So I listened to the gentleman as he shares this story, and I'm like, wow. I get my coffee. I don't even fill up the cup because, like I said, I don't want that much. And so I proceed to leave, but I'm thinking, yet again, this is another way that they want to keep, they want to control everything. The so-called powers that be want to control. Now, I didn't even want a lot of coffee. So what was going to end up happening is, and perfect example, case in point was me, I had to end up buying paying more money for something I didn't even want. And then I had to deal, and I had to take what they had for the most part. And so this is what I'm saying. They are getting to the point where they're trying to force things on people to make a choice. This is it. This is all you got. So, okay. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, yeah, we're not doing that here. I keep telling you that we're not doing that. So now I got to filter y'all out. Bear with me one moment. So I had to shut, as you see, I had to shut chat down, because this is how it is. People get paid good money right about now, but that's a whole other story. So this is what is going to, and what is transpiring. Another confirmation of that, later on, I was getting something to eat, and I needed to get a drink that was associated with my combo or whatever, and I didn't see any lids for the cups. So I'm like, you're out of lids? And they're like, no, and she's like, well, you can have a piece of foil or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And again, so my mind went back to earlier, and I'm realizing we're not going to have any choice in the matter. Well, for the most part, they're going to take the choices away, is what I'm trying to say. Because really, truthfully, they want to limit that kind of stuff. They're trying to usurp this carbon footprint type thing. So they don't want plastic out here. So what they have to do to control the situation is going to be take this, or just do it out, or just not give it to you at all. I'm saying you as in these businesses. So you're going to see, I'm almost sure that you're going to end up seeing this more and more. And maybe some of you have, please share your comments, your thoughts on this in the comments, I should say. But you're going to see more and more of this take place because they want compliance. They want compliance. So they're going to do what they need to do to get it. They're going to circumvent, and they're going to push it on you. More and more, they're going to push this out there. Okay? So this was in the forefront of my mind, and it was definitely something that I wanted to talk about because it's real. It's real out here. They're talking about things in relation to so-called climate change and carbon footprint and all this other jargon, because that's what it is. It's jargon. Okay? And it's bigger than all of that. It's so much more than all of that. But they want to condition people into thinking this is what it is. And it's so not. Because if that was the case, look at the Industrial Revolution, and I mean, it's been hundreds of years. Why now is it such a big deal that you really have to do something when you could have done something 20, 30, 50, 100 years ago? Something could have been done. But now, all of a sudden, it's a sense of urgency. Oh, we gotta go. Everything's, fear mongering and panic. That's what it is. Because they need to usher in their wants. And yeah, not needs, wants. So as these times go on, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around you where that's concerned. You know, when you purchase things, check out, you know, some of the information on the back. You're going to start seeing this. I posted it some time ago. It was some ice cream I had bought. I made a short, and I'm like, the wording is here, you know, like, so if anybody's questioning whether or not the NWO is here, it most certainly is. And everything's done so subtly. Before you know it, it's already staring you in the face. And you didn't even blink an eye. So definitely wanted to talk about that. And again, please share your thoughts. I also wanted to talk about something, and it's going to be a level of transparency here, because I believe the Most High is telling me it's time for me to talk about this. The other thing that I am noticing, which again prompted the second title, is there's no signature look to homelessness. Okay? I'm the face of homelessness. I'm one of them. It's not the person with major mental health issues, or on the other spectrum, drug abuse. It's not. And I see more and more. And again, I believe the Most High wants me to talk about this, because I'm like the boots on the ground. I'm that reporter right now that can, well, along with others, you know, it's not just me, but I bring a set apart aspect to it. But I see what's going on. And maybe some of y'all may not see in your area. Maybe you're not familiar with what's going on out here. But going, for example, this grand rising, or rising today, as I was leaving the store, I saw a woman. Well, before that, I had seen a man with his bag, you know, his luggage and whatnot, and then shortly after that, I see a woman. Oh, I believe it's a woman. I'm sorry, it may not even be a woman, because it's so cold, you know. The person was bundled up, but in a wheelchair with no legs. I mean, and I mean, talking about barely, not the full to the knee. No, like cut off. No legs and no arms. And this person was going across the highway. And I proceeded to just cry, because it's so many of us are out here. And I just proceeded to intercede for that person, because that person was alone. They had nobody right there with them. And it's just so many people. And I have come across people that have, I mean, it's literally all walks of life that, you know, it's that so-called fell on hard times. Yeah, like that one check away. Yeah, but it's also the the post COVID, if you will, or the post height of COVID, where greed won out. I'm my story was that I'm in my current location now, but I, during the when the pandemic first hit, when it first hit, I had an apartment. I had a decent job. I lost my job because of the pandemic, and then, I'm recovering. I'm literally had rotator cuff surgery, and my landlord, I had never been late with the rent. In fact, I was early. She chose not to rent to me anymore, not to renew my lease. So I now have to, I don't know what I'm going to do, because now I'm recovering from a major surgery, and now I have to move. And I call it, I'm going to keep it real. It is what it is. If you feel some kind of way about what I'm about to say, but I call it Trumpism, because a lot of that WP, and some of y'all know what those two letters stand for. The second word being privilege. All of that was taking place. Privilege, and also WS, second word being supremacy. That was taking place because I had encountered other people that were going through the very same thing. And it happened to be melanated people that this was happening to. Quite a bit. It was happening. And so I'm scrambling. And again, I'm just sharing my story, because many of y'all don't know my story. Most of my family doesn't know the full story. Okay? And I'm trying to figure it out. Have no idea, So the Most High, in his abundant mercy, the Most High Yah allowed me to accept a job being a live-in full-time caregiver to a quadriplegic. And some of y'all know, those that have been on my channel, and because I've mentioned that. And that was new for me in that avenue. So I was able to relocate, which is this was the area I always wanted to be at anyway. But the Most High had told me, as I was living in the hotel at the time, the Most High told me, it's going to be on my terms. Me moving where I'm at now is going to be on his terms, not mine. And so in the process of all of that showed humility. I saw so clear that he was teaching me humility. He was breaking the pride in me, the pridefulness. He was preparing me. And even during that time, I kept hearing the word in my rawak, in my spirit, prepare, prepare. But I didn't understand what all did that entail. But I realize now, and I'm still realizing, it was different things. Spiritually prepare. Stock up, prepare. So it was so much more. It was a totality of things. And it's still about preparing. So it got to the point where it was physically and mentally taxing to do that work. Not to mention spiritually. It was definitely warfare that I never experienced having to deal with. And so long and short of it is, I was really homeless back in the early part of 2021 to this day. You know, although I had a roof over my head in that and working that job, but it was there. Now, present day, I'm choosing to make this my abode because I couldn't go to the shelter. The women's shelter was wicked. There was wickedness. When I tell you wickedness, that XYZ, the XYZ letters community, having to comply. Again, this goes to the title. They want compliance. That was what they wanted, compliance there. You had to deal with it. Sharing a bathroom with a man, you had to deal with it. Couldn't speak up, couldn't say nothing. And that's it. Meanwhile, 3/4 of the people up in there that are working, that are preparing your food, are, yeah, they're part of the letters. And someone who's trying to be set apart, this is what you would have to deal with. But no. So hence, this is my domicile because I chose not to deal with that. I said no. I'm not gonna comply with that. Especially when that so-called privilege, because many, they take it, and I'm keeping it 100. Many take advantage that are part of that community. They take advantage because they know that the system favors them. So some take advantage of it. So I'm literally speaking to the spirit behind. My Ruach is speaking to the Ruach behind. And I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with this. So hence my current situation. And I'm not saying that for sympathy. I'm not saying that for anything but to make y'all understand how real it is out here. There's many like me that have shared similar stories and are having to adjust, if there is such a thing as adjustment with this situation. And yeah, I'm trying to doing my best to let the Most High lead me as to where he wants me to be job-wise, because I can't comply. I'm not going to continue to I'm not putting anything above the Most High Yah. And these jobs, because we're in this captivity, this bad society, they want us to comply. And I'm not going to comply. I'm not going to do that, because I have to stand before the Most High and give an account for what I did in this body. And woe be unto me if I say I needed a job, when he already told me in the word. He told us in the word that he'll provide. He knows what we need before we even ask. if he's looking out for the lilies in the field, how much more will he do for us? Because we are his. So we're not supposed to worry, as it says in Matthew. We're not supposed to worry about what we're going to put on, what we're going to wear, what we're going to eat or drink, because he knows all of these things. But we are supposed to seek him, seek his kingdom first. And everything else is going to be added to us. I believe that's Matthew 8. And correct me if I'm wrong, but these things will be given to those who he knows are being faithful in this hour. So, yes, I'm doing my best to endure. It is a struggle, and I'm not going to mince words. It's a struggle out here. But in all of it, he's protected me. And you know, it's been beautiful too, because my relationship with him is just getting so much better. And because I have no one else right now but him to hold on to. And he's given me that. He's just given me that peace. Just me knowing that my faith, my amunah, my belief, though it's being tested, he's faithful. He's just. He's, because I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'm not fearful. I was more fearful in that shelter than I am out here in this car, living in this car. I was so much more fearful. And, well, overall, if I had to compare, but in all honesty, truthfully, I was like, I'm not taking no shorts to no demons. And it made me stronger too in that way. But some of my videos that I've made, I mean, of course, other than the lives, have been right here. The words that I'm getting downloaded in my Rawak, in my spirit, have been from right in this space. And it's just been incredible. It's been so incredible. Because he's just shown so much favor where that's concerned. Because I'm faithful in a few things. So I'm doing my best to be faithful. And he sees that. And he honors that in us, not just me. I'm speaking because I'm sharing my experience, but this is something that he'll do for any of us who are faithful and just. So, again, and sorry for the multiple so's. that's my go-to word, apparently, my filler word. But so when I say to just be mindful of those out here, because you don't know their story. You don't know what they're dealing with, what they've gone through for them to end up where they're at. Be sympathetic. Just have a heart. Have a heart. I'm going to share this last story, and then I'm going to close. But I had to get some follow-ups for some lab work done, in reference to my health and well-being, just making sure that that's still on point. So going to the location, I go in, and the waiting room is full of people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because well, I'm not sorry in the sense that I'm just emotional right now, having to relay these things. But the waiting room was full of people. I'm talking about front, sides. It was full of people. And I'm going to say like 97, if not 98, probably 99 now that I'm thinking about it, was melanated people. I could count on one hand otherwise. But the totality of it was that waiting room was packed with people. Packed with people. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's a lot out here. It's a lot. So if any of y'all don't realize that this is truly the end times, this is the last. These are the last days. We're here, y'all. We're here. We're here. There's no signature look for homelessness. I'm going to share some statistics. I came across this. I'm going to share some information. Hopefully I can do it. But it's an article that I saw today. And it was so fitting how this all tied in, because the article talked about, the most needy areas in the country. And in my location, it gave like the percentages, of the different cities. But across the country, it gave rankings, and the number one was Detroit. The number one. That stuck out to me. But yes, so I'm going to give a screenshot of that article, and if you guys want to see the full article, I guess I can put that, I can revise the description later. But that's it. That's all I'm really gonna say. And the bottom line for me is, again, all praise and esteem to the Most High, Yahweh, for his goodness and mercy endures. He absolutely is taking care of me. And he will absolutely take care of you. Please, I implore you, if you don't know, if you don't have a relationship with the Most High Yah, through his son, and his son, Yahushua, HaMashiach, as the world terms JC, or Messiah, is what I'm saying. Please, please give your life. Time is winding down. Do you realize time is winding down? We see the weather anomalies, the so-called orbs and portals, doors being opened up. Y'all think y'all are playing. Some of y'all are really playing with your souls. You're playing games. And the only one you're playing with is you. Time is winding down. This is serious out here. And it's not even, we haven't even seen the worst yet. This isn't even, it doesn't even pale in comparison right now. We're gonna definitely see a whole lot more coming this year. Y'all better be ready for what's coming. Please seek the Most High. If you're not sure how to go about it, because his truth, not what Christianity has indoctrinated people to believe, but people are waking up to his truth, who he really is. And they're seeking him in this time. If you're not sure, please reach out to me. There are others. There are others that want to help, want to let you know. And if I don't have all the answers, I can direct you as best to my ability. But you have to stop playing with your lives, y'all. Especially you young people. These challenges and all of that, that's rituals. You're agreeing to these things and you don't even realize the spiritual implications of what you are doing. You are the most vulnerable because you're focused on this thing that I'm recording on right now. You're focused on things that do not mean a thing. The very things you're focused on are going to lead to your destruction because you're not going to see it coming. So again, I thank you. I thank you just for coming on and listening. Please share your thoughts. Unapologetic Truth Channel with EriKiYah. Peace and blessings. Thank you for joining me.